every day there's another revelation of another situation of something else that we're being inundated with, and that's food is certainly one of them. Okay, now here's what's going on. Good to see everybody in the chat room. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Saints, and to all of those of you who are watching right now. The water event. Now, we had a major rainfall in Dubai yesterday. Unbelievable. And I'm talking the biggest rain burst, the most rainfall ever recorded in this desert nation of Dubai since they've been, guys, I'm talking about a whole year's worth of rain happened in 12 hours, and the desert is flooded. But before we go there and tell you how that happened, and we know Mike from around the world's been telling us that we're going to have a tremendous water event coming soon to Arizona. Let's take a look at an event that already happened in California's Death Valley just a few months ago. Death Valley floor has now erupted in a sea of vibrant flowers thanks to a record-setting rainfall that hit on August 20th of 2023. You may remember the Death Valley is so named for being one of the world's most arid places, regularly seeing about 2 inches of rain per year. However, extreme weather events such as Hurricane Hillary have tipped the balance, with the storm system delivering 2.2 inches of rain all in one day on August 20th. I reported on this back when this happened, but I'm bringing it up because of the effects of it. Months after Hillary's path of destruction, you remember Hurricane Hillary, which saw mudslides and flooding and power outages all across Southern California. February's atmospheric river dumped another 1.5 additional inches of rain in Death Valley. So that's 3.7 inches of rain in 6 months when they only get 2 inches a year. Are you serious? But wait, there's more. These conditions culminated in one of the most impressive wildflower seasons since 2016, with an estimated tens of thousands of acres blossoming at once. Despite the striking display, the National Park Service has not declared a super bloom this year, although it is insane. The term originated in the 1990s, but the botanists are disagreeing on this definition because of this large-scale blooms of wildflowers species. This is the most they've ever seen in history, and that's because it is the result of the most incredible rainfall that Death Valley has ever seen. And it was certainly an incredible water event. Now, it doesn't stop there, guys. It doesn't stop there, because what we have found out is that an incredible last night in Dubai, we had this insane rain, the pain, and Dubai, in the desert. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name, and then in Dubai, I got caught in the rain, 'cause in the desert, you won't remember your name because it keeps coming down and there is a pain. And no. Listen to what happened, guys. It's incredible, but it happened. In Dubai, the desert nation of the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, they attempted to dry out today from the heaviest rainfall ever recorded in the history of this nation. A deluge flooding out Dubai's international airport, disrupting flights through the world's busiest airfield for international travel. The state-run WAM news agency called the rain Tuesday a historic water event. What? a water event in the desert. This surpassed anything ever documented since the start of data collection in 1949, and that's before the discovery of crude oil, even in the energy-rich nation, which was back then part of a British the British Empire, known as the Trucial States. Rain also fell yesterday in Bahrain. It rained in Bahrain, rain in Bahrain, yes. And Oman and Qatar and Saudi Arabia. However, it was nothing compared to the acute rainfall that landed in the United Arab Emirates. One reason may have been cloud seeding. Some people believe that weather modification, and that's when you could talk to Steve Quayle, and he always wants to bring that up because it's going on. Well, was it cloud seeding trying to create rain in the desert, in which small planes operated by government fly through clouds, burning special salt flares? Those flares can increase precipitation. Wait a minute, they don't do that, Begley. That's a conspiracy theory. UAE's admitting they do that. Did that cause this? They don't think so. But several reports quoted meteorologists in the National Center for Meteorology as saying they flew 6 or 7 cloud seeding flights before the rains. Flight tracking data analyzed by the Associated Press showed one aircraft was flying in that area with the UAE's cloud seeding efforts, flew around the country on Monday, not 6 or 7, one, and it didn't fly over that area. But the national and English language state-linked newspapers in Dubai have quoted anonymous officials at the center today saying that no cloud seeding took place at all on Tuesday without acknowledging any earlier flights. So they're saying, no. There was no seeding going on Tuesday that caused this rain. There is no reports of airplanes, small planes seeding at all, except there is one report that one plane did on Monday, but it was a different part of the country. So the UAE, which heavily relies on energy-hungry desalination plants to provide water, conduct cloud seeding in part to increase its dwindling limited groundwater. Scientists also say climate change, in general, is responsible for more intense and more frequent extreme storms, droughts, floods, and wildfires around the world. So the rain began, soaking the sands and the roadways of Dubai with rain, according to the meteorological data collected in Dubai's International Airport. The storms intensified around 9 a.m. yesterday morning, continued throughout the entire day, dumping more rain and hail onto the already overwhelmed city. By the end of Tuesday, 5.59 inches of rain fell in one day in a 24-hour period in Dubai. Dubai sees an average of 3.73 inches a year. This was 5.59 inches in one day, causing massive flooding, disruption of air travel, completely runways in the airport underwater, cars stuck. One guy died. He drowned on the freeway. The water rose so high it went up to the people's half their windows in their cars on the freeways there in Dubai, and just insane. Even the water went all the way up to the terminals of the airport. They had never seen anything like this. They had there was no way to prepare for the runoff because they weren't prepared for this kind of rain, and thus they'd never seen anything like this in the history of that nation. My question is, are they lying to us by saying that they did not seed the clouds? I mean, I remember when I first reported about seeding of clouds, I was called a conspiracy theorist. There was a loon. I mean, off your rocker, a carnival barker. I mean, all those kinds of things, because we simply said, look, guys, there's weather modification going on. China does it. We knew we were doing it. We knew other countries may do it, but we were called conspiracy theorists for even bringing it up. As a matter of fact, now here we are, 15 years after I started talking about it, admitting that we're doing it globally, and then wondering why we're having these changes, these atmospheric rivers, and these changes in weather patterns. Quit blaming cow farts. Don't do that to the cattle. Quit blaming tailpipes. Stop blaming mankind for everything. Quit saying it. Don't blame us for just because we drive an SUV or because somebody turns their air condition down to 70 at night. Don't be upset. The truth is, the whole world needs to chill out. And sometimes you need a little rain. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. You need a little bit of rain sometimes, right? But not 5.59 inches of rain in one day in a nation that never gets more than 3 inches of rain a year. We need Mike from around the world to help us understand. See, here's what I believe. I believe they're messing with the weather. They're seeding the clouds. There's, we know about HARP. We've known about HARP forever. There's been all kinds of experimental weather warfare and weather modification been going on for some time now. But we do have a gravitational pull on this earth from a binary system somewhere. We do have the earth tilting on its axis, coming closer and closer and closer and closer. And I'm just reading some scientific report just the other day of an eventual pole shift. The Bible says it in the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter of Isaiah says there will be a pole shift. Can I read one verse? If you go to the book of Isaiah, and I think he's a pretty good prophet. I mean, he told us that there was going to be a Messiah born in the town of Bethlehem. He hit that one right. He also told us that could a nation be born in one day? Speaking of the nation of Israel, he got that right. Matter of fact, he's got every prophecy right. And in Isaiah chapter 24, he says this is going to happen. He says this is going to happen. Behold, Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller. In other words, nobody's going to escape, the lenders and the borrowers. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. So the earth is going to be scattered. People are going to be scattered. The Lord's going to make the earth empty. He is going to he's going to turn it upside down, a pole shift. And you read the entire 24th chapter of the book of Isaiah. You'll find that it's an incredible information here about an apocalypse. I call it Isaiah's apocalypse. And we put a DVD series about that together, and you can get it at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com if you want to. So here we are in the end days.